There it was. All right. Well, yeah. I guess it's about time. I wait for people to show up. I'm gonna go get some ointment. Ointment. I need me a water. If I can get in here. Oh God. Busted my tail. All right, cool. We're good. Um, what's up, guys? How's it going? So I'm gonna do like a small little mini live stream. This is gonna last like max 15 minutes, honestly. So like, if you guys want to ask any questions, feel free to. But I'm starting this off by showing off, yeah, tattoos. So as I said before, I grinded big time like a few months ago. So at the beginning of this year, I was able to get some new ink. So it's time to show it off. Some of you guys have seen this because you went to the live stream that I had on Instagram. It is there, so if you want to go and check it out, feel free. But yeah, so it's all over, of course. And yeah, yo, Maleficor's in here. What's up? Favorite bakugan of all time. That's too hard, man. I'll say my favorite one for the first era, and that's Helios MK2. But yeah, for the reboot, that's too tough, especially because we haven't had all of them come out yet, so I can't even make a decision for sure. But yeah. Anyways, let's see. Yo, we got a bunch of people in here. What's up, guys? Well, I gotta show off the new ink. So, 99.2K is credit, dude. I'm shook. Y'all literally made like we just hit 99K on New Year's Eve, and y'all already got like 99,200. That's bonkers. Like I can't thank you guys enough for real. Yeah, but I gotta show y'all the new ink. But yeah, see here, dude. So we've got this. So I'll show them all off one by one. I gotta stand up for some of them so you guys can see because it's like weird angles with them. But yeah, we need to reach 100,000 subs. Dude, I'm shook we're even this close, dude. Like legit. I'm not even this close. How's New Year's going so far? Pretty awesome, dude. Starting off with like a bunch of new tats. So yeah, I'm tatted again, even more. But I'll show you guys what they look like. So what I got. First of all, we got this. What this is, if you don't know, if you're not a Zelda fan, this is a swirl, of course. It represents the Zonai. So yeah, I got the Zonai swirl right there for one of the tats. The next thing is this S. They look a little backwards on here because just how you know it is here. But yeah, there's an S right there, and it stands for Slade. You know, Teen Titans, Slade, one of the like kind of antagonists, but wasn't the full antagonist for the show. Like one of them, kind of. You know, Robin always followed them big time, and the Titans always followed them. The original Teen Titans, and the original Teen Titans is one of my favorite animes. One of them, of course. My favorite anime of all time, I did get a tattoo for as well. So you see this right there. It's kind of upside down, but what this is it's the GG symbol for Jet Set Radio Future, like the GGs. If you don't know, it's a rollerblading game. I mentioned it before. Rollerblading game. You go around and spray graffiti, and you know all that good stuff. But yeah, so that's what that one is. And then we've got that right there. Well, we got the Fafnir tattoo, you know. So yeah, the GG symbol, the Slade tattoo, and then also the Zonai swirl right there. So yeah, man. So those are those three, but then I got some more besides that. Anybody doesn't know, my chinchilla passed away this year, so I got you know, her prints. Like I made sure to get her prints before we actually buried her. And I had to work actually like 2 hours after burying her, and it honestly like effed me up big time. Like it was bad. But yeah, so we got those right there. That's for my chinchilla that passed away. So I got those. Then we got the ones for this row. So these are the ones I got around this row. You'll recognize some of these. So we've got the Hylian tattoo right there. The Fafnir. Yeah, the Fafnir one. I've had the Fafnir one though. But, you know, it's still really awesome. I'm just showing off the new ones that I got. But we have the Triforce right here. Well, you know, the Triforce in the middle. But it's the full-out Hylian tattoo. Hylian symbol for it. Yeah, because, you know, Zelda. So, you know, Zonai right there. Hylian symbol right there. Yeah. And then we've got an Octoling right there. You know, Splatoon, because I'm really hyped for Splatoon 3. I'm really hyped for Breath of the Wild 2, too, which is why I got the Zonai symbol, and also the Hylian tattoo. Yeah, and then right there, we've got the Dragon tattoo. We got the dragon symbol from Pokemon. It's the actual dragon symbol. Looks really, really sick. And then we've got Graffiti Soul. So it's one of the Graffiti Souls from Just at Radio Future, another Just at Radio Future tattoo. We got the spider right there. This is Naraku's symbol from Inuyasha. And Inuyasha is my favorite anime ever. So, yeah. And then, let's see. Yeah, and the last one, we've got this. Now, this is one you guys are going to know. We got the V right there. But it's not just any V. It's the curved shaped letter V. You guys know what that V stands for. You guys already know. Like, somebody's gonna freak out as soon as they see it. They're gonna be like, "Oh my god!" But yeah, I'll let you guys guess that one because that's one you guys are gonna probably know out of all of them. Like everybody, hands down, will know it. But yeah. So overall, got the kind of sleeve look going here. You know, I'm gonna get like a few more just to fill in like these gaps right there. But overall, looking pretty sick. I might get like another one right there. Or, I don't know if I'll get like a full like row across, but you know, it's after some time, of course. But maybe I'll get like one, like a couple right there. You know, just to fill it in and such. Cause got like a little bit of space right there. So maybe I'll get like one symbol right there, and you know, just to fill it in. But yeah. What's the V? Y'all know what the V is. Y'all know what the V is. I'm telling you, y'all know. You might not know exactly, but you know. Valkyrie. There you go, Prima Luna. It's the Valkyrie V. So it's another burst tattoo. So the V for Valkyrie, of course. Because Portal Zero making that epic Kimbo Valkyrie and such, and plus Vol being an absolute legend of a character and stuff, and especially with this season being the last confirmed season, I'm like, yeah, you already know. Um, yeah, for now it's the last of the tattoos I'm gonna get. You know, because obviously finance and stuff. Like I said, this was planned out like way before even things happened, like with the home and such. So, like I thought far ahead. I try to think very, very far ahead because sometimes you just have to, you gotta. But yeah, let's see. I'm trying to get this off here because I got some Aquaphor and some ointment. You know, I always gotta put the ointment. But yeah, how much was one of those tattoos? Well, it was all a lump sum, anyways. But yeah, let's see. So originally, overall, it was like about $300. Honestly, being real. And like I said, I had it all paid for and stuff like months ago before everything started like crazy with the home and such. Because just thought ahead big time. He had a campaign to where you could oh, if I can get this lid off here. Wait, is it? Oh, it's okay. I thought it was just like busted or something. There we go. But yeah, he does this special thing with like thinking way ahead for the holidays where it's like $250 in credit for $200. So he's essentially throwing on like $50 for it. So, you know, a few months ago, picked those up. Well, you know, well, yeah, a few months ago, like pick one of those up and then, you know, just thought ahead for now. So yeah, man, just thinking like I really want to ring in the new year with some new tats because I've been really excited for the better part of the last 6 months about the new video games coming out and such. So yeah, it was like right around like E3 time. As soon as like we got big time info, I was like, yo, bet. Let's see here. If you give me a shout out, I'll donate $25. I mean, I don't know if you actually donate $25, but hi, table tennis guy, what's up? How's it going, table tennis guy? How you doing? I mean, you don't have to donate or anything, but yeah, you know, I mean, I'm just grateful whenever anybody donates or such. But you know, sorry, I'm just putting the ointment on. Got to put the ointment on them. I just took the wraps off like not very long ago. But yeah, do some Beyblade battles. I'm gonna relax because like my arm's honestly pretty sore. I just got the tats and such, but. You know, I mean, I'm all good, but I'm gonna take it easy because considering I crank so much during the holidays, I'm gonna take it easy for the next couple of days. But yeah, why didn't you put Vault face mark on your arm? Because I was just good with the V. I thought the V, like with the kind of tatted symbol, would be good. But yeah, you know, Kimbo look like Ice Cube. I don't really look that much like Ice Cube. Like, nah, I mean, you know, he's a West Coast rapper and he don't play around, man. Like for real. Well, yeah, I mean, well, Ice Cube's pretty funny, so I mean, I take that as a compliment. Ice Cube's really cool. But yeah, anyways, got that on there. But yeah, if you guys want to ask any questions, feel free to. I'm only gonna have the stream go for like another 5 minutes, you know. We're gonna show them off on here. I'll have actual like images and I'll put them on Instagram, all that good stuff. But yeah, so gotta let these heal. You already know. Makes sense since you have all the other letters of bays on your arms. Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, I got the Fafnir F, now I got the Valkyrie V. Those are the only two burst tattoos I actually have right now. You know, it's just those two. Will there be more in the future? Yeah. Will there be any more Bakugan tattoos? I honestly don't know. Maybe not, because considering I got a bunch already, you know. But yeah, so literally I have a name off all the things I got tats for. Like, let's see, would you get a whole bay tattooed on my arm? Nah, not really. I mean, I just get the symbol tattooed, not the whole bay or anything. Like, he had a kind of design with like the parts of Valkyrie, and I'm like, nah, it's all good with just the V and such. But then he had like a little touch with it, you know. What do you want to see in the final season of Beyblade Burst? I want it to be an endgame feel, honestly, with like epic characters, like all the protagonists as in Drum, well, like Vol, Iga, Drum, Hikaru, Hyuga, Bell, also powerful bladers like Shu, Free, and Louis, Phi, Gwen, Delta. Honestly, some cool returning characters. I mean, it's gonna be maybe a smaller season, which makes me upset. I'm like, why, man? They could easily do like a kind of bigger season just to end it off. Like if they made an end game feel like this, I'm afraid they're not gonna, and it's gonna be a waste of potential. But if they don't, if TT doesn't, you know that I got my skits and I go wild with them for sure. Please do Bakugan episode live reactions once Evolutions begins. I will. I'll do them once Evolutions begin. Just patience. You gotta have patience with things. You know what I mean? All the 15 legends. Yeah, everybody that was in the manga that you saw as legends, for sure. That is the cast I would love to see with this. Honestly, including like Rashad with it, because I think he definitely deserves to be up there. Because, yeah. There's a Prominence Valkyrie release, then a random booster, and 2 normal boosters left to be released. For Dynamite Battle? I mean, it makes sense. Let's see here. I'm thinking it's Achilles, Drum, and Hikaru, and Hyuga's Bay. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'd love to see that, but it's so late in this, it would make no sense to bring in like the other protagonists with this. But I'm hoping this last season we see all the protagonists because it only makes sense, All the protagonists, like I said, powerful players like Phi, Gwen, and Delta, Shu, Free, and Louis, Zack the Sunshine, Jaka, literally everybody that's on that list. So what in the list in the manga? I'll name out the 15 bladers. I'm pretty sure we're at that table. So let's see here. Vault, Iga, Drum, Hikaru, and Hyuga were I think in that category. I think. But for sure, like Free, Shu, Louis, Zack the Sunshine was in it. Jaka was in it. Dino was in it. Mm, Delta. Going, I'm trying to name off everybody legit. It'll be around like 15, 16 bladers in total. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Like legit, all the protagonists, which will take up 6, then Shu, Free, and Louis, and then Phi, Gwen, and Delta, and then you add like Jaka, Zack, Kensuke, but then you have like Wakia that would deserve to be in there too. Maybe they just count him as the commissioner, like the WBA commissioner and not one of the legends. But still, that's a really solid roster right there. And honestly, like Rashad with it too, that's about 17 bladers, 17 bays in that season. They could definitely do that. And then include like a few for the evils. Make like 20 bays total for this season. I mean, I think that would make sense, like a roster of like 20 new bays for this last season, them all being very powerful bladers that get us invested in it big time. I'd love to see that for sure. But yeah, I wonder if pain is related to Defiant Hearts. We still don't know that, but you would definitely see like just from the attire, like the reference is kind of like how his hair is a bit. Like especially the gear he has on, and especially like yeah, he has the flaming aura around Phoenix. And even the look of Phoenix, it looks just like Revived Phoenix's colors. But yeah, that's what I do for the last season. Honestly, an endgame feel. Like I don't feel like they need to bring in a new protagonist. Honestly, they really don't. Because I mean, we just know, like, if they brought in a new protagonist, we know they'd be built up to win at the very end of it. But if they make it where all the protagonists are the protagonists, and they have different arcs for them, so like an arc Revolt with Igo, with Drum, with Hikaru, with Hyuga, with well, even Hikaru and Hyuga both together, and then Bell. So imagine that, like all the arcs, they could do one like Vault, arc for Vault and who he knows. Aiga, same thing. Drum, same thing. Hikaru and Hyuga together, same thing. Bell, same thing, and then maybe an arc for the evils and the build up to the final, you know? Let's see here. Seeing as how we are getting 3 more releases, we aren't getting many new bays. Oh, 3 new releases for Dynamite Battle. Yeah, like we're gonna get a WBBA bay. Like I don't think it would make any sense for them to like not put out a bay with this month with like January. Like if this prominence Valkyrie, I mean basically being confirmed because you know Zanki's talked about it big time. I think it would only make sense if like they have it where they release this prominence Valkyrie with this month, and then maybe February they drop one other thing. Um, or well, February they dropped a random booster, you know, because I can see them dropping a random booster. I hope it has some really good parts in it for sure. Um, and then like March would be around the territory where they'd either like maybe drop one more WBBA Bay, um, or they just start with the new series, you know, because they usually stop with the big time releases after like February, you know. But yeah, let's see here. Uh, that's why my bet is the protagonist base being released. Yeah, if they get released, I see them being released with another season, you know. It doesn't seem like they're doing anything else, sadly. It seems like TT is winding down with Beyblade. I'm scared of that. They've confirmed one more season. There's one more season, and they basically confirmed that. There's just no manga. So it's going to be harder to follow it because the manga is not going to really give away things sooner, you know. But like that I see that as not so much of a bad thing because if they do stop the manga, I mean it'll make it where all eyes are on the show, which means that we have to follow strictly what the show says and we won't have any hints with it, so they could have even more bigger surprises show up, you know what I mean, with the show for this last season. But they definitely should do an endgame feel with it. It'll just be wasted with all those the loose strings that they have with the series. Like it would make no sense if they didn't end it with like a full endgame feel. Because every series of Beyblade has gotten that dark. You know, like it's gotten that big time dark. Like the Plastic Gen, Brooklyn, and Zeus. The Metal Fight Gen, the Nemesis Crisis. Burst, the furthest thing we got towards that, honestly, in my opinion, was when Phoenix was going around, like Fly was going around trying to destroy Blader's base. Not only beat them, but destroy them. I think that's the closest thing we got. Arthur, with his Apocalypse being up there. The whole thing with Friggin' Requiem also being up there, you know. But nothing that's been on that extreme level where it actually felt like the entire world was at stake. You know what I mean? We need that, in my opinion, for a burst. So, yeah, I'm hoping we get that next season. Season 7 concept. The new Blader is on the rise of the new system, meets all the legends and destroys their current base. The legends take it upon themselves to make new bays and take down this Blader. If they started off with a protagonist that's actually evil and crushing bays, like, you know, actually breaking bays and obliterating them, like further than what they did with Bell as an anti-hero, I'd be fine with that, honestly. If they make it where, like, the protagonist is actually an antagonist going into it, but he's still a protagonist because he'll get better over time, and then a true evil comes in, that would be cool. But you know, either that or a female protagonist. Those are the only two things that would feel like a total breath of fresh air without being totally repetitive, in my opinion. You know, because we've had like 6 seasons of new male bladers being introduced. You know what I mean? Like at this point, like Bell was definitely different than the others because he was more of a like an anti-hero protagonist. You know, not a full-fledged like I'm gonna win all the time and make everybody my friend type of approach. You know what I mean? Or even taking it serious, like you know what I mean, like literally being like the Demon King will make you all bow, you know, not being evil, but not being a full fledged, yay, protagonist. You know what I mean? But yeah. Um, yo, Baku Blader, what's up? I don't care if Valkyrie's in season 7 or not. I just want Longinus to be better. They should have both for real. We should see that full out battle between Vault and Louis. Like, we need to see a full tournament, you know, like 1v1 tournament, because we still have not seen like those two face off and have a clear winner. Yeah, last time they did, I think Louis got the win because he sent Valkyrie out, and that was in the tag team battle though. But yeah, let's see. Yo, Kimbo Sniper, what's good, Sniper? How's it going, man? It could be good, but it's Since it's confirmed the last season ends Burst, I don't know where TT will go from there. Well, it'll be the end of Burst, and then we'll probably be on a hiatus for Beyblade for a little bit. If they make a new series, that is. But the question is, will they make a new series after Burst? I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But, yeah, man. My favorite bay, that's too tough. There's so many awesome bays. I'd be sitting here naming a bunch. Honestly, I'm tired of getting a new Fafnir, Longinus, Spriggan, and Valkyrie every season. I want new and fresh bays and characters. I don't mind getting them. The main thing is just like how they do the battles in the show. Because even with this season, you can't deny it still feels like they got big time protect. Like they pulled. What's the best way of putting this? You know how Louis showed up in season 3, and after the arc with Iga, we didn't see Louis again with season 3. You know, it feels like that. Like how we saw like Shu have Astral Spriggan and battle with it. Same thing with you know, and the same thing with Louis and Long, and the same thing with Free and Fafnir. Unless they're saving them for like this final arc and such, with Pain being involved. But yeah, it kind of feels like that to me with this season. Like we're not seeing the full ceiling of their powers. Like we haven't seen the full ceiling of any of their powers for sure. We've just seen like Bell. Yeah, Bell got the win over Free. Bell got a win over Louis. He hasn't got a win over Shu. Vault got a win over Shu. You know, but yeah, it's like not many bladers beating them, so they're still credible to come back for sure. But just seeing like a full, like I said, a full end game, um, that's honestly what I want to see big time. Like I honestly want to see that scene where they're all sitting around the table and talking to Wakia at the WBBA headquarters or whatever. Um, like I want to see that scene for sure, and especially like just so many loose ends. Like I said, Hollow Death Site they're being made, but then Dinah didn't own it. You know what I mean? Like Death and Abyss Diabolos getting made, but Delta not owning them in the show. They felt like placeholders. You know what I mean? Like we need to see like just the loose ends getting wrapped up with this. Season 7 could have a tournament at the end, like season 1 and 2. That's what I'm hoping for, honestly, for sure. I just hope that TT keeps going after Burst and doesn't cancel it all together or leave it to Hasbro. For season 7, they should just do behind the scenes characters that we haven't seen too much. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, I really like just we deserve to see characters like Phi, Gwen, Delta that they built up big time. Lane, same thing, honestly. Return with this because you can't tell me you want to see a battle like imagine Phi facing off against Lane, how intense that would be, or Lane facing off against Delta, or Gwen being in the fray facing off against the powerful blader like Gwen versus like Rashad for an example. You know what I mean? And then Zach the Sunshine being in the fray, or Jaka being in the fray, all the protagonists, Free, Shu, Louis, like that would be amazing for real. And that's what I want to see because every single battle would be like a dream match, or the majority of them would either be a dream match or a very hype match. You can't just leave them out because let's see, they're the highlight of Beyblade. Louis, Free, Shu, and Vol are the 4 legends that made Burst what it is today. Exactly. Honestly, you're right, anime. Like legit. You got the 4 spin emperors, like Shu, especially Shu and Louis. You know, Jaka we haven't seen a bit, but he could definitely come back. Zach, same thing. We haven't seen him since season 1, and I'm still like, what the about that? Um, Free being once the strongest blader in the world, you already know, still being up there in that category for sure. Um, yeah, I mean, they speak for themselves. Even Vault, like, making the whole revolution in season 2, Iga in season 3, season 4, Drum, season 5, Hikaru and Hyuga. This season, it'll probably be Bell at the end of it, getting the win with the perfect, dangerous Bellio. I won't be surprised, man. That's why I honestly imagine with this, like, yeah, Pain's going to put up a good fight, but Pain seems like a good character. He definitely seems like an anti hero, but he seems more on the side of good. He's literally at Bell's mansion right now. They're going to be doing the battles with him. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see him being evil. He's just more of an antagonist, just like how Bell is, but like more, well, not antagonist. That's the wrong word. Anti-hero. That's what I meant to say. Antagonist, definitely I see Rashad being. But anti-hero, definitely seeing Bell and Pain be like those anti-heroes, but more on the side of good. Bell's an anti-hero protagonist. Pain's just an anti-hero in general because he wants to take out Rashad big time. He turned that anger into power and use that power to come back. And he wanted to display his power for Rashad by taking out Ilya and Basara first. first thing first. But you know he still got his eye on Rashad. And I can imagine Rashad honestly starting to snap big time with his own form of judgment and then like damaging Phoenix. Either like it would be wild if he actually broke it. If he actually like broke Phoenix, you know, that would be insane, dude, to see Phoenix get broken. But yeah, I think having some bays that keep coming back is good as long as there are new bays with new gimmicks released alongside them. Oh yeah, for sure. You know, like definitely Bladers, a lot of Bladers we've seen before, and then a few new Bladers, like how they did with season 5. We saw a couple of new bays come in, you know, that being like Helios and Hyperion, but then after that, we saw like a lot of returning bays with the entire season. And then like we saw Lane with his variant Lucifer, and then he got Lucifer the end, and they got Helios and Hyperion, you know, like Helios Volcano, Hyperion Burn, Lucifer the end, you know, something like that. That's what I mean by like a season 5 setup, like a new system and these bays getting the ultimate Valkyrie treatment, like how ultimate Valkyrie, like all the Valkyries combined into one. Honestly, I don't know if it's still like the actual last Valkyrie. I just still don't get how they were like, we're not putting Ultimate Reboot Dash on this Valkyrie. Ultimate Valkyrie, Ultimate Reboot Dash. Why the heck didn't they take the opportunity for that? Unless maybe there's one more Valkyrie they have, but the next Valkyrie being the last one, the absolute last one, you know, because it's the last season, and we get like the last of these bays, but it's like the same thing, you know, like a Fafnir with all the gimmicks of Fafnir incorporated into one. Same thing with Longinus, you know. Like, yeah. Da, da, da. Honestly, the quad drive theme is a banger. It's pretty good for sure. I think sparking was all the payoff we are going to get for our legendary bladers. At the end of the day, it is a company trying to make money, and the characters are just trying to make and sell the toys. Most animes made to sell toys nowadays don't have great animes. I'm gonna get going. I'll see you guys around. Yo, Maleficor, thanks so much for coming by, man. What do you think about anti-heroes? Do you like them? I don't mind them at all because it makes it where like they're super hard to predict. Well, besides Bell, because you know he's an anti-hero protagonist, so we know he's still on the side of good. But how Pain's being like an anti-hero now, we can't fully predict what he's gonna do. But all we know is he's going after Rashad, so that's enough to show that like he's more on the side of good. His reasons or whatever, he's more on the side of good. I mean, like I said, he's sitting there training or watching Bell and the others train. You know what I mean? But yeah, I wonder if Pain will betray Bell later on. I don't know, man. I see Rashad being the full evil, and he just starts to snap. Because, like, we've seen his power with this, but he hasn't shown that ceiling of power. We haven't seen him, like, fully snap with Raphael. You know what I mean? Like, go full out with his power. Doesn't seem like. Let's see here. I feel like we are all holding on to awesomeness season that season 1 and 2 were, which is why so many want characters from that to come back when TT has already moved on. Yeah, a lot of those characters, honestly, I agree with you, Marv. A lot of them they probably moved on from, but select few they haven't. The ones I say that especially been built up to be this powerful, for sure. You know, like I see them for sure. Like they need to come back. Like for example, like I said, um, how they just built up Five big time in season 3. Honestly, same thing with Hearts. I wouldn't be mad if Fire Hearts came back, like both of them, because Fi, former god of destruction, you know, and also Hearts is a former world champion. We can't forget about that. He was legit world champion, even though Vault beat him in order to get that title back. He was a former world champion. That man is justified in coming back for real. And then the same thing with like Delta and Gwen. It took so much to take them both down. Drum never beat Delta in a one-on-one. He never did. But we saw Drum come back in Super King, but Delta didn't, even though Drum never beat Delta in a 1v1. And then with Gwen, it took the power of all victories to beat Gwen. It wasn't just Drum's power that did it. It was the power of Amana and Delta as well that did that. That shows how strong Gwen is. It would make no sense if Gwen didn't come back. These bladers that they built up like that. Even Lane. It took both twins to take out Lucifer the End. It took both Helios and Hyperion to beat him. That shows how strong he is. And even for like Rashad now, considering this man literally broke Valkyrie and how strong he is. Yeah, I say he's up there, no doubt. But yeah, let's see. I just wish TT would fully move on, wrap up the stories of the Legend Bladers, and give us new interesting bays and characters. We have had so many interesting characters that were put into the background. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong, but yeah, let's see here. At least TT didn't give us high Metal Ultimate reboot. Oh man, even if it was like Metal Ultimate reboot, I wouldn't have been mad if they would have done a Metal Ultimate reboot. But let's see here. I feel like they can't, and if like let's see. Oh, can't end it off with a big tournament. Bring back every single past character and not having any side characters. They wouldn't be able to bring back every past character. That's too many releases. Like, they ain't gonna have that many releases for the last season. I'm hoping it's a big, like a decent sized season. Like, 20 bays. I'd say that's a pretty decent sized season. For real. But yeah, let's see here. I also want Toko back with Trident. I wouldn't be mad if he came back. Like, legit. They could just have a whole thing of, like, how did he come back? Do the kit thing. He trained with Free and Vault, etc., and gained a lot of power and has a new Trident. That'll be cool. With no bays, like main bays only, main bays that have been released in characters with an actual name. I honestly wish we saw more Boa, Fubuki, Delta, and Gwyn. They're so cool. Like, for real. Like, I could definitely, honestly, out of them, I don't know if we'd see Fubuki or Suo again. They're both interesting characters, but I don't know if we'd see them again. Realistically, out of them, Delta and Gwyn, I can imagine coming back because how much it took to take them down. You know what I mean? Like, Fubuki and Suo did lose clean in a bunch of battles and such. You know what I mean? But yeah, let's see here. Hey Kimbo, once all the DB releases come out, you should do a knockout tournament with them, just like you did with the single layers, dual layers, and god layers. I have big plans. Trust me, I'm going through all the different gens. So the ones you haven't seen yet, I'll be doing. So for example, Chozy, GT, Super King, going forward, I just need time to do it. And I honestly want to do those types of battles once it gets warmer. So I can actually do them outside because I love doing outdoor battles. But yeah, let's see here. Also in the Sparking manga, how many bladers were in the top ranks that were ignored for the anime? Um, Let me see. In that, well, for sure, who was at that table that didn't show up in the actual show for Super King? Gwyn, Delta, Phi, Zack, Jaka. Dinah was in that category. Wakia, I believe, was in that category as well. But yeah, at least them. Um, and that's why I'm just like, I'm hoping that TT saw that, like with the whole picture of them around the table, and realized they had something bigger with that. Because, like, I'd love to see that scenario. Like, literally, like, Vi, Gwyn, Delta, like, the top 15 Bladers and such sitting around the table discussing because there's that big of a threat. That's some Nemesis Crisis level vibes, man, for real. Like, if you have a Blader that's that strong where the WBBA commissioner, aka Wakia, gets them all together to talk around the table, like, this is a serious threat, and we need to talk about this. This is dangerous. This is bad. Like, I'm hoping they saw they had something bigger with that. And that's something like the kind of build up we get for season 7. Will it happen? Like I said, it ain't guaranteed, but I'd hope so. Let's see here. Toko should have been a protagonist for season 3, to be honest. I say that as a huge fan of Iger. Yeah, I mean, I get Iga being the protagonist for season 3. It does bug me a little bit that Toko was kind of put on the back burner. Like, he had a full unique bay with his trident, but it was god level. But they didn't go further with that and have him in the act, like, have an actual like trident that was Chozy level. You know what I mean? Like, that is something that does bug me a little bit because that's Vault's little brother, like, for real, man. But yeah, I can see Fubuki. He was mentioned in the Sparking anime, so it's not 100% off the table. That's true. When I first saw Suo, I thought he was replacing Shu. Nah, I'm like, there ain't no way he's replacing Shu. Like, yeah, he's just a cool, like, honestly, like, his gimmick and everything and how he got Salamander was really cool. But, yeah, let's see here. What would you name an Excalibur Evolve? Let me see. I mean, do we have Saber? Not Savior, but like Saber. Because he does like dual Saber or triple Sabers, Penta Saber, Saber Excalibur. Did we get a Saber Bay? I don't think so. We got Savior, but we didn't get Saber. Saber Excalibur. That's what I'd say. I'd name it because his special move, like to take him out with dual sabers or triple sabers or penta sabers. Like, come on, man. That was the move that he used, so it would make full sense. Please bring back the ice battles once I can do them. It also takes a lot to do them because you got to let a stadium sit outside and freeze, and also you got to be careful with it because if you're not, it could risk breaking your stadium. You know, but I'll give it a shot. I'll try to do so. But just know a lot goes into making those stadiums. It ain't easy because you gotta be really careful with the stadium that you use for the mold. Because one wrong move, it could be really bad. Just putting that out there. So definitely be appreciative of all the ice stadium battles I did before because it took a lot to do them. I had to be super careful with the stadium. I used the BB10 for it, you know. So yeah. Let's see. I want to see the Bay Club reunite. Oh yeah, at least in a cutscene for sure, man. What's up, Kimball? I would like to donate, but I don't have any money. You know, it's all good, Chalky Milk. I just appreciate you stopping by, for real. This don't make sense that Fi is not the owner of Phoenix because he crushed so many bays. That's why I'm having hopes for the next season. Sometimes we have characters that are placeholders for certain bays. For example, Loden with Longinus. We didn't see Louis, but Loden had Longinus. Fumia had Fafnir. You know what I'm saying? But then we saw Free and Louis come back after that. It could be that Payne's a placeholder for Phoenix right now, and then possibly with season 7, which I'm hoping to God happens, we see Fi come back. Especially with a lot of other powerful bladers too. Like I want to see these dream battles, dude. I'd love to see who would win out of a battle between Fi and Lane, like Fi and Gwen, Fi and Delta. You know, Delta versus like Lane. You know what I mean? Like Delta versus Shu. A full battle between Free and Shu. A full battle between Vault and Fi that we never saw. Like that would make the room for this last season to have so many epic dream battles that we haven't seen throughout the whole series. That's how I think they should end it off. And then a crazy world end level threat to really make them work together and such. You know what I mean? Because none of these bladers seem on bad terms. They're just competitive, you know? At this point, it's literally just those in BC Soul, Basra, Ilya, and freaking I'm having a brain fart. Rashad, you know, being the ones that aren't fully aligned like the other bladers. You know what I mean? This is why they don't have to focus on the other bladers, because it's a given they all have speaking terms and they're all chill with one another. Even Super King showed that. The only one that wasn't like that was Lane, but then they broke through him. They broke through to him, you know, at the end of that. So, yeah, you know what I mean? Let's see here. My favorite season of Burst. My favorites are honestly like season 2, season 3, and season 5. All of them are up here, but I say seasons 2, 3, and 5 are all a little bit above just because of how they did things with them. But yeah, just freeze a metal bowl in a fridge? Maybe. I mean, it'll be a little tougher just because like the slopes and stuff on it, but maybe I could do that. Let's see here. For an Excalibur name, I would go with sword. A sword name like Flamberge Excalibur, Cutlass Excalibur. Yeah, true. Scimitar Excalibur. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, in general, like Saber. I wouldn't be upset with it just because he's used like Penta Saber, Triple Sabers, Dual Sabers, you know, for the move. So it'll make sense, like, you know, Sabers for it, Saber Excalibur, but who knows? But yeah, you should play Demon Slayer, maybe. I mean, there's already a bunch of games I gotta play. Like, I'm playing through the DLC of Happy Home Paradise and Animal Crossing. I still gotta do the DLC for Hyrule Warriors, which I do have, like, today and tomorrow off because, you know, having the tattoo. I'm not gonna exactly go around and make, like, food because, you know, that's what I do for my actual work, you know. Uh, with, like, fresh wounds that are leaking because that would be a good idea, especially with the Cubbo out there. You guys already know, but yeah. What God or Cho Z players would you like to come back? I want Renru's son with a new Regulus. Oh, the Big Five would be amazing to see. Just realistically, would they come back? I don't know. Because we saw like a bunch of them lose clean. I mean, a bunch of them lose like definitely big time clean. Like Cisco, you see as being a higher level than them. You know what I mean? We saw Cisco come back, which rightfully so in Super King, because he was powerful. Honestly, I would say like just below rank than Cisco would be Xhaka, for real, because he did manage to beat Xhaka like barely in a battle in the God Bladers Cup, and that's why like Cisco's just a bit above. But yeah, you are a chef. Well, I'm kind of a chef, you know, like I make food. But yeah, so yeah, kind of a chef. But I make like food and try to make it look all good and all that good stuff. But you know, let's see here. Where did it hurt the least to get a tattoo? Um, I mean, there's a lot of like meat and muscle and stuff on your shoulders, so you don't really feel it. That's probably the worst one. but no, not the worst one, like the best one, that didn't really hurt that much. Also, like the arm, the arm tattoos I got, none of those were bad. The ones I felt the most were inner arm for sure. So like when I got this tattoo right here, the Sagittario tattoo, I felt that one big time. Getting this one today, the Slade tattoo, definitely felt that one big time. But yeah, man, you know. And yo, these tattoos are sick, dude. They look really, really sick. But yeah, I'm trying to have it where kind of mirroring it, so you see how the setup is for this arm, having the same thing for the other arm. So, I still gotta get one at some point, not anytime soon, but at some point, like in there to make it more like a sleeve. I got the one for like my chinchilla right there, but I might get like a smaller one up there just to fill the gap, you know going for the full sleeve look. Like I'm gonna stop getting tattoos honestly after like full sleeves and possibly not guaranteed like back tattoo. And after that, that's it. I'm not gonna sit there like getting like rib tattoos or anything like that. I'm like nah. I'm good with arms and like back, and I'm cool with that. Is Slade your favorite Teen Titans character? I wouldn't say he's my favorite, but I did like what they did with him, especially like the whole storyline with him and Tara, and then Tara taking him down, well, kind of taking him down, but then risking her own life to save the entire city and being frozen in stone, and then the end of the series coming back, which pulls in the heartstrings. But then after like Slade was supposed to be gone, Trigon were reviving him, and that's how we got this one. So this is the second version of Slade's symbol. It's got the like little signs on the outside. That's because Trigon, yeah, Trigon coming back. Um, Raven's dad, destroying the world, all that good stuff. But yeah, the rest are less built up due to shorter episodes. Kinda, I get that. Let's see. My season tier list: 3, 2, 1, 4, 6, 5. Chosen and God were the peak of burst for sure. First season was fine until just a little less to keep me interested. That's a fair enough list. Like I love the way they built up season 3. Season 2 was solid for sure. Season 1, the nostalgia with it, but it was still really solid. Season 4, like honestly, they're all really solid for their own different reasons. But there's just some things that put certain seasons a little bit above the others for me. Like I said, they're all up there. Like, don't think like any of them are like, oh, this season's trash. Like, I'm not one of those guys that thinks that because every single season had some really awesome stuff going on with them for sure. That's my personal opinion on it. But just the way that they build up season 2 with the whole Snake Pit arc and then the whole Godbladers Cup and how they really built that up, it was like perfect. That's why it's a little bit above average. How they had Phi going on an absolute tear once he got the power of Dead Hades and made Dead Phoenix. That's what makes season 3 a little bit up there for me, because how crazy chaotic it got at the end and how dark it honestly got with the tone at the very end of it. Like even seeing like Phi in general and his demeanor and everything, like it was like, yo, you got scared for whoever it was, whether it was Free or Shu. You got nervous for them. Like I was legit nervous for both of them seeing it, because I'm like, oh god, if this man wins, like he's been breaking bays. And sure enough, he broke their bays. That was wild. Season 4 still being really good. Season 5, because they literally made that season where a lot of the powerful bladers came back, and how they built it up with the tag team battles was really sick. And seeing the intensity of all those battles, that's what makes it up there a bit for me. So the ultimate way to make season 7 up on that level, like above like average or even like the best, add the elements. Season 5 have a bunch of older characters come back and such, powerful bladers, and have them come back in the one season. A lot of returning bladers. Season 3, have a crazy threat that's world threatening. Season 2, have a tournament like the God Bladers Cup to end off the season with both good and evil in it. And whoever wins at it, like it truly shows, man. Like the ultimate tournament. Yeah. Let's see. My favorite Dragon Ball Z character. I honestly don't. Like I haven't watched Dragon Ball that much, like Dragon Ball Z. I literally saw the one episode where like Majin Buu ate, I think Goku, he like turned him into a chocolate and ate him, and then Goku had to fight his way out. That's like the only one I really saw. But yeah, that's another show I gotta watch every time is Dragon Ball. There's just so many animes gotta get caught up with, but like just adulting and stuff, it's a little tough. But I'm definitely trying to get it caught up with a bunch of animes this year. But yeah, last question before I gotta go. On the second installment of my Beyblade novel, I'm going to rewrite Turbo, but have my OC in it and be more satisfying. Will you read it if you have time? I mean, having your own series will be really cool. I'd try to read through it for sure. Maybe get some inspiration for skits and such. But, you know, Yeah, you already know, man. I mean, try my best to at least read through some of it. Like I said, I'm constantly doing a lot of stuff. Like y'all don't even know. I say it a lot, but for real, like I'm grinding big time. It's how I'm able to keep up with things. I'm constantly on the grind. I just got like, a couple of days off in a row because getting these, and then I gotta let them heal because yeah, they're even sitting and like kind of leaking a little bit. Not too bad. The ones I got before honestly were leaking a lot. Whereas like they were still leaking the second day, and these ones aren't too bad. So it's a good step. But yeah, you're my favorite YouTuber. IDK, thank you so much. I'm honored, dude, that people even say that I'm their favorite for real. What would you do if you just randomly found a darkest dragonoid? I don't know. Like, it depends on the dragonoid. If you're talking like a first era B1 darkest dragonoid, it'd be like, what the? That'd be really cool. But yeah, regardless, it'd be like, okay. Personally, season one is my favorite anime wise. Fair enough. People got their picks. In my opinion, the Team League in God was my favorite part of the whole Burst anime. Seeing a lot of strong bladers lead their team and then all fight was epic. Oh yeah, for sure. For me, it's 1, 2, 5, 6, 3, and 4. All right, fair enough. I mean, everybody has their preferences. You know, Rise was so shot but so good. Oh, short. It was so short, but so yeah, it was good. It was a that was just where we started seeing the shorter episodes. You know what I mean? Bye. I'm going to bed. IDK. Thanks so much for coming by for sure. What's my favorite Japanese? What? I don't understand that one. Um, or Japanese anime? You mean? I mean Inuyasha. Inuyasha is my favorite anime for real. Let's just say this: I've been so busy, I haven't even been able to watch it through Yasha Hime. That's the sequel to Inuyasha. You know, anybody who doesn't know, like Yashahime, I do have it on DVD, and I haven't even had a chance to watch it because I've been doing so much stuff, and that's saying something. Because, like I said, it's my favorite anime, but I'm trying to watch through it because they got season 2 airing right now, and I gotta watch season 1. Got to get caught up for sure. Season 1 had my favorite ending. It made me love Louis so much more because he actually wanted to beat Vaults fair and square. Yeah, and that exactly like that showed like Louis not a full evil character. He's just like trying to be the best, you know, but also like kind of going down an I don't care path with it a bit. You know what I mean? Because it's Louis. Pretty funny that Boa's in the snake pit and his name is Boa, like Boa Constrictor. Yeah, 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 for real. If I was in Bailey Burst Dynamite battle, I would defeat anyone, strong opponents. Hey, that's everybody's trying to be the best. You know what I mean? Defeating strong opponents. What's up, Obsidian Nilius? Rashad is a bad man. He is. He's no longer Rashad Goodman. He's Rashad Badman. I have 83 bays. I don't know why, but I bought them. Yo, you should definitely do like some epic like custom. Like if you want to do like some epic custom combos with them or have a tournament with them, even that would be cool. Part one is already released, but it doesn't have all the drawings yet. Would you like to read it? I mean, I could try to. Like I said, just being short on time, you know. But I'm sure it's a really, really sick series for sure. Like even with the skits, like it's amazing because you can just sit and make your own story and like you're your own boss with it. You have your own rules with it, you know. And that's one of the things I love about the skits. Like you just have like I've had my own rules with them, and then you've seen how they developed. I'm glad you guys even enjoy the skits that much. Like you enjoyed them so much, I was able to do 200 plus episodes for the first series, and then the encore for it, or you know the sequel being the Zero G skits having 100 episodes for that. And you already know the burst skits are going to be wild, dude. I got a lot of ideas cooking up here. Literally, I've had ideas for the burst skits cooking up here since before I finished the first series. I finished in 2017. And you know, that's when God was going on. And you know, I got a lot of inspiration from that. For real. And imagine even since then with all the different seasons, like season 3, 4, 5, 6, going into 7. A lot of ideas cooking up here, man. For sure. But yeah, let's see here. I've been talking with some 3D modelers in the community. I'm working on learning how to make 3D printed bays. Oh, nice, Essential. That's dope, man. Like legit, I wouldn't mind like making like pre evos for like Hydra, Leonis, or Colchidra on the real. But yeah, not right now because like it's expensive. But yeah, you know. But I always thought it'd be a cool idea. I know people have asked, like, oh, do evolutions for them. Nah, I don't need to do evolutions for them. Just how they are, like, enough with them. In the future, open to it, but for now, nah. Let's see here. When you watch every episode in One Piece, just to find out that the treasure is just a map. Oh my goodness. Well, I guess I can't watch One Piece. If that's the whole plot, I don't know, man. I don't know if I'd want to watch that many episodes. Um, I had an extra Victory Valkyrie and boost, so I painted them red, making a Rashad Valkyrie V2. Nice, dude. They do have a red Victory Valkyrie. I remember they released it in like one of the sets. But yeah, I don't take them apart anymore. I did before, but it takes too long to put them together. I feel that. That's why I keep a lot of bays just stock. People are like, "Oh, do like custom battles." Like if it's an anime bay and it's the first copy of it, it's staying stock. If it's like a bay that I already have, you know, I use it for parts. If unless it has like a really good combo with it already, maybe I'll just leave it. But I like testing out like different parts with some bays, you know what I mean? And then those bays are the ones that try out for the team battles, you know. Speaking of which, there will be more coming because I do have team battles planned out for sure. I've been sitting and doing customs, you guys, like big time. I've been sitting and doing customs. I did a lot of them yesterday. So get ready for some team tryout battles. I know y'all missed them a bit. But yeah, do you like the old Beyblade animes with one main character, or do you like how Burst did with new main characters, but the old ones are still in the story? I like how they're doing it with Burst. Like, yes, I enjoy the conventional way of it being okay, one protagonist and such, but I like how Burst switched that narrative up, and it's like okay, a bunch of different protagonists. But I'm hoping that since they've had all these protagonists with the last season that they feature every single one of them because it wouldn't feel right if any of them are left out, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like any of them. Vault, Iga, Drum, Hikaru, Hyuga, Bell, all of them should be in the final season. And then powerful bladers, like I said, like Phi, Gwyn, Delta, Shu, Free, Louis, etc., etc. So we can see some epic dream battles, see all the protagonists in this, and it be the absolute most intense season. You know what I mean? And then you bring in an evil, like I explained before. Like you have Ashton, Theodore, Eval, Arthur, any of them return with it. You got your plot right there. You just build up to it. You know what I mean? If it's full like good versus evil, fate of the world at stake with all these legends and stuff, it would be convincing. Yeah. And then a Blader that comes in and demolishes Blader. Like even worse so than they had for Lane. Like we saw like silhouettes of Lane before we actually saw Lane. Like for example, when Free came in, we saw like Lane in his eyes or such, and then like when we got the intro to Louis, we saw Lane come in right after, like the mysterious Blader that's extremely powerful that they hyped up big time, like even more of a crazy scale than that they did with Lane. You know what I mean? That's more devastating than Phi was, than like Arthur was, than any previous evil there was with this series for it to be really convincing. But yeah, already, I sadly must go. Love your vids and nice ink. Yo, Excalibur, thanks so much, man. Definitely appreciate you coming by. And also, just know I've got your note right there. Like, legit. You think I forget? Guys, I don't forget. I don't forget, y'all. Like, look at Excalibur wrote me that note. And it's right there on my mantle, right in front. So yeah, y'all know I don't forget. Like for real. If anybody's like great, like gracious enough to even send over like fan mail and stuff, like how you guys have, it's up there. All the ones I found, at least, because some of it was before moving, but any that I found is up there. And if any more comes in or such, I'll put it up there for real. But yeah, Rashad Goodman versus you, who would win? I don't know. It would be wild, but yeah. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Rashad's a powerful player. Funny joke, your writing is so bad. Well, I guess my handwriting and yours have something in common. I'm dead. Like that. I mean, that's a good comeback for real. If somebody sits there and tries to roast. I have a huge idea for 3D printed Bay, a defense type that becomes an attack type when it's hit hard, causing counterattacks. Are the sickest thing ever. Oh, defense. Oh, I see what you mean. But yeah. Let's see here. You need merch at some point. I'm thinking about making merch. Just haven't even had time to really sit and make merch. Like I said, I'm working a lot, dude. Like, you guys see how much I cranked, even like with the last year, like 1,200 videos in that year, and that's with me like working big time. I would be honored to do this full time, but just think, I made 1,200 videos on here while working a full time job too. Imagine if I did this full time, how much more would go into it, even like being able to make merch and stuff, being able to really sit down and crazy edit all the videos and stuff the way I really want to. Yeah, just imagine that, man, for sure, man. But I need to go to bed. All right, IDK, thanks so much for coming by, man. Definitely appreciate it. Black Air Force. I'm dead. That energy. Yeah, that Black Air Force energy, man. But yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna end this off. I said I was gonna end it off at 15 minutes, but then it went longer. It's all good, man. Just sitting and talking and stuff, all that good stuff. But yeah. Anyways, Stay tuned because I got, like I said, team battles planned. Got a few other things planned as well, and yeah, it's gonna be hype. But at least for like the next few days, I'm gonna take it a little easier because I got these now, and I gotta just like tend to them and make sure they heal up all good. But still, I'll be filming all that good stuff. But yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna end this off. Hope you guys enjoyed the new tattoos and such. Adding more ink to the canvas, all that good stuff. Yeah, more planned for the future, but for now, that's gonna be it. Probably before the end of the year, I might get more. But yeah. Anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to slice that like button down below. Let me know how I did. If you're new to my channel, definitely be sure to subscribe for some epic content because I upload daily. And if you haven't already, be sure to ring that bell by my channel name to be notified whenever I upload a video. Y'all are the goats. Holy crap. I still can't believe we're 800 away. I can't believe we're that close. I can't believe we're that close. For real. When it happens, when the 100K live stream happens, when we hit that point, I'm telling you guys, like, don't judge me or anything big time. I'm gonna legit cry. I'm gonna snot. I'm gonna bawl everywhere. It's gonna be gross. It's gonna be bad, and I'm just gonna lose my mind for real because never thought this was gonna happen. For real, honest to God. But y'all made it where we made it here, man. Even this far. It's wild. It's gonna be that much more special, man, and it'll be fully explained. I still can't believe I'm saying when it happens. Still can't believe it. But yeah, anyways, guys, till next time, stay awesome and cool shoot, or let it rip, or bakugan brawl. I'm up out of here. My favorite non-Beyblade oriented YouTubers. That's so tough, man. I mean, that's really tough. I mean, I watch a lot of reaction channels too. Like I watch a lot of different things, like reaction channels, obviously like BakuTubers, BayTubers, wrestling reaction channels, like wrestling discussion channels, a lot of video game discussion channels too. It's just a wide variety. I literally can't name any single one because there's a lot. But yeah, anyways, I'm up out of here.